What's up everyone, we're back again with a brand new Storm Arena exclusive, the Big Bad Toy Store Black Gi Ryu. Once again, another Ryu, a new color variant, but this is a pretty cool one. The Black Gi Ryu was one that I was, anticipating, one that I was looking forward to, and we're gonna go ahead and take a quick look. We're not doing a full breakdown here, we're just going to do a quick look at this new colorway, compare him to some of the older ones that I have, and just see how he's looking. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this one. There we go, taking a closer look. The Black Gi, which is more of a charcoal gray than it is a black, but that does match the in-game sprites and the artwork. But Big Bad Toy Store was calling him the Black Gi Ryu, but it looks good so far. We'll take a closer look here as we continue on with the review. But yeah, I'm actually liking the color of this gi, that sort of charcoal gray. He has the matching headband. Now if you can see, the belt is black, so that is a deep black. You can see the difference in tone there in the contrast between the two. So definitely not Black Gi, more of a dark gray, but he comes with this secondary head sculpt. That is the yelling face, which if you've seen my reviews, it's not my favorite, but it's okay. And that also comes with the additional headband, the sort of more action headband, kind of more blowing in the wind style headband, so that looks good. Now he does come with additional hands, nothing new for this one, stuff we've seen in previous exclusives, which is his closed fist hands on the figure, his Hadouken hands with these brownish sort of maroon color gloves. Just like the Purple Gi Ryu, he comes with the yellow and red fireball effect, as well as his stand, which, we don't really get into those. We don't like those stands, but yeah, there he is. We're not going to get into his articulation or in-depth in this review because you've seen this figure multiple times now. You can go back and look at some of my earlier reviews if you want to see his articulation and how well this figure moves and poses. Really awesome figure, one of the best. Super posable, super articulated. This body that they've used for both Ken and Dan, as well as all of their variants. Super great figure. If this is your first time checking it out, I highly recommend picking one up if you do not have one. Now I do have a couple other of these Ryu color variants, so let's go ahead and take a look at him compared to those. Now there he is next to the purple color Ryu. You can see there is definitely a big difference in that color. In some of the promo shots it was looking like they were going to be fairly similar, but that is not the case, and there he is to the original P1 White Gi Ryu. So they're looking all good together. Now the skin tone is slightly tanner than the Player 1 version. Has a little bit more color, a little bit more of like a pinkish hue, which you should be able to see there in camera, which is accurate to the game and the sprites. Now, I have seen online through multiple photos, it seems like this guy may be facing a similar fate as the Image Anime Purple Ryu, which is a miscolored chest piece. You can kind of see it there already. The chest doesn't really match the neck or the face. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look. Take off this belt, take off the gi, just to make sure that that is accurate. But you can already sort of see it. You can see that it's a different color than the arms. You can see that it's a different color than the neck. So that is unfortunate. And there you can get a better look at that. Let's take this all the way off, actually. Now he's going to move well. I don't expect him to be any different than the previous versions of this Ryu. But there you go. So if that's picking up in the camera, you can see his chest piece is a different tone than his sort of middle ab piece, which is a different tone than his lower hinge piece, which is a different tone than his arms. Now it does sort of match his butterfly sleeve pieces. I do have a pretty big paint scuff there. Might just be from the gi. But weirdly enough, some of the shading helps like this arm blend in a little better than this arm, but you can definitely see the different tones in the skin color. So, not a huge deal if you're posing him and keeping him with the gi on, but if at any time you wanted to remove the gi, kind of unfortunate to see, and just really not the best QC out of Storm. They continue to have QC problems with a lot of these figures, unfortunately, especially these color variants, which can be a bit troublesome because these things are limited. They're also more expensive, these coming at $45 to $50 a figure, so you would hope that they would spend just a little more time on the QC for these things, and it's just something that we will apparently have to live with for the time being. So hopefully Storm can kind of get their QC stuff together there, but overall, still cool looking figure. I do wish the gi was a little bit darker, but it doesn't look bad with this sort of charcoal gray. So that is the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive quote-unquote black gi Ryu. Looking pretty good. Has those same QC issues as we've seen in some of the recent other exclusives. Still a good figure, but let me know in the comments below if you think $45 to $50 for this exclusive with the QC issues is still a fair price. Does that maybe want you to maybe not pick it up, especially because on the aftermarket, since this guy is sold out, you're going to be looking at over $100 to grab this figure from resellers. But let me know in the comments below. And are these Storm QC issues maybe giving you pause on picking up some of their exclusive figures? Let me know below. But thanks for spending some time with us, guys. I appreciate it. This was just a quick little overview of the Black Gi Ryu, the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive that just came in today. So I appreciate you watching. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are just about to hit 700, and our goal is right around the corner. We can almost taste it. So if you are not subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Drop a like, drop some hype points. Would really like to have you as part of our community here, and we will see you in the next one.